The Smart household was still. The cool Utah night air whispered through the open windows. 14-year-old Elizabeth Smart slept soundly beside her younger sister, Mary Catherine. A soft glow from the hallway light crept into the room, a familiar comfort. But then, the comfort turned to terror. A shadow moved. A figure stood over Elizabeth's bed. A harsh whisper cut the silence. "Get up quietly. Don't make a sound, or I'll kill your family." Terrified, Elizabeth obeyed. She glanced at her sister, frozen in fear, as the intruder, a man with wild eyes and a scruffy beard, led her out into the cold night with a knife pressed to her back. The world beyond her window felt foreign. Every step up the mountain behind her home deepened the nightmare. The man called himself Emmanuel, but his real name was Brian David Mitchell, a self-proclaimed prophet. Waiting in the shadows was his wife, Wanda Barzee, her eyes hollow with devotion to his twisted delusions. They took Elizabeth to a crude camp hidden in the foothills, a tent made of tarps and rope. There, Mitchell announced that she had been chosen by God to be his wife. Elizabeth's heart pounded. She was just a child, and yet her innocence was about to be stolen in ways no child should endure. Days turned into weeks. Mitchell forced Elizabeth to wear veils and heavy robes to disguise her. She endured starvation, isolation, and constant manipulation. The sound of birds at dawn became her only reminder that the world outside still existed. He preached for hours, twisting scripture into madness, while Barzee watched in silence, her loyalty to him unshakable. But Elizabeth clung to fragments of faith, memories of her family, her violin, her prayers before bed. In her heart, she whispered to God, "Please don't let me die here." Back home, the Smart family refused to give up. The nation joined their desperate search. Flyers flooded cities. Television anchors repeated Elizabeth's name like a prayer. But as the weeks turned to months, hope began to fade. Then one night, Mary Catherine remembered something. The voice, she told her parents, it sounded like Emmanuel, that man who worked for us once. The lead reignited the investigation. Police released sketches, but Mitchell vanished deeper into the wilderness with his captive. Mitchell believed he was untouchable, a man on a divine mission. He led Elizabeth and Barzee through canyons, deserts, and small towns. He preached on the streets, quoting scripture, while Elizabeth stood beside him veiled, unseen. Once, in a public library, a detective nearly approached them. But Mitchell's manipulation and Elizabeth's fear of death kept her silent. Freedom was near enough to touch, but terror chained her voice. 9 months later, in March 2003, Mitchell decided to return to Salt Lake City, a fatal mistake. As they walked near a busy intersection, Elizabeth's heart raced. 2 police officers stopped them. Mitchell spoke first, quoting scripture as if divine protection shielded him. The officer looked at Elizabeth. "What's your name?" A pause, her heart pounded. Mitchell's eyes burned into hers, a silent threat. But this time, faith overcame fear. "I'm Elizabeth Smart." The words broke 9 months of silence. When her parents saw her again, they wept like children. Elizabeth was alive, thinner, quieter, but unbroken. The world watched as she slowly rebuilt her life. Mitchell and Barzee were arrested and eventually sentenced for their crimes. But Elizabeth's strength became her greatest revenge. She refused to let her trauma define her. She became an advocate, a voice for the missing, the silenced, and the broken. "I survived," she once said, "because my faith was stronger than his darkness." Years later, Elizabeth walks past a school playground, children laughing freely. She smiles knowing that innocence can be stolen, but never truly destroyed. Her story remains a testament to resilience, the victory of light over unimaginable evil. Like and subscribe for more true crime stories that reveal not just tragedy, but triumph.